So we've just gotten our hands on the Leaving Cert Honours Irish Paper 1, and it was a broad paper, some nice parts and some challenging parts. If we take a look at the Cluas Tuiscint, the students would have gone in and begun with this. It was a nice fundamental piece that they would have been expecting certain topics to come up as TV programmes, school projects, work, recycling. Overall, the students who had done a lot of practice, they would have been familiar with the topics and the language used. There was the standard key questions there, the who, the what time, the where, and if the students focused on the specifics of those, they would have been able to answer those questions. In saying that, there was more challenging language for the students, things like the deposit return scheme that students would not have been expecting. It might have thrown some people, however, if they focused on the questions, most students would have done fine in this paper. Nice, challenging at times, but it should have been accessible to most students. Reality is, the Cluas Tuiscint, it's part of the bigger tapestry of marking, so all the marks you achieved there will go into your overall result at the end of the day. Moving on into the part everybody is talking about, which is the written paper, one part, the essay, the debate, the speech or the scale. It was a very broad paper that was set. There were 5 essay titles, 3 of which were really broad, and you could have brought any work into that that you had prepared in advance. For example, some students might have been expecting a broad technology question or education or the Irish language. You could have used these 3 topics in a broad essay like People I Have Respect For. Another essay title that they had was Ireland, is it a nice country to live in? Or the essay E, which is Scéal to Mór in Inisha, the big stories of today. So any topic that you prepared would have fitted nicely in there. The titles were really broad and they allowed the students an opportunity to express their ideas. So anything you prepared, nothing was going to go to waste. Anything you had could have fit nicely into these. There was 2 specific titles in section 1 in the essay, which were politics, a highly anticipated piece of work there, and then the environment. Might have thrown 1 or 2 students because of the word cohail. Not everybody uses that to describe it, but if you had prepared work for environment, you could have put that into one of the broader essay titles. We had section B, the scale. Most students tend to avoid this as it can be more challenging to stand out from the crowd using that one. But then we look at section C, which was your diasporic, your debate. Again, lovely broad topic, young people today and the what's going on in their world. And then the final piece was the speech, which was AI. If you had prepared for AI, it was nice. It was the Dúisina and the Deisina and the Dúisleán, pros and cons. But if you hadn't prepared for AI, there was plenty of other choices for you to work on. There was enough space for everyone in this exam and plenty of opportunity for everyone to shine. So overall, it was a nice paper, and every student should have been able to write something on this paper, and most students will do really well on the work they have prepared on.